Dr. Anthony Fauci revealing he is stepping down from his role at the National Institutes of Health, having served 7 presidents, Republicans and Democrats. He says he's ready for his next chapter.
Breaking news earlier today, Dr. Anthony Fauci officially announces that he'll be retiring, and then immediately claims that he never announced that he'll be retiring. After 168 years of working as a government bureaucrat and unaliving Freddie Mercury, Dr. Fauci has officially announced that he'll be stepping down from his position within the government bureaucracy. Only later did we find out that he never actually said that. In fact, what we heard with our own ears wasn't what he said, because he is science, and science never retires.
Breaking news, Dr. Fauci is out. Dr. Fauci calling it quits. This December, Dr. Fauci's giving us all a Christmas present. He's quitting. He's stepping down. He's getting the Fauci out of town. I'll tell you what, though, the free time is going to be great for him because he'll have plenty of time to testify in front of the new Republican-led House of Representatives on the origins of COVID. So that'll be very exciting for him. Remind me, we have to get him like a going away present. I don't know, maybe some Batman gear.
I'll have to tell you this, Dr. Fauci, that Republicans really, to them, you are a symbol of the restrictions that came along with COVID-19. Of course, Republican lawmakers and you have clashed many times, and they are expected to take over the House this fall, potentially. And they promised to investigate you if they did. Did that have any role in your departure?
None at all, Caitlin. Really, none at all. Not even a slight amount. I have nothing to hide, and I can defend everything I've done. So that doesn't faze me or bother me.
Can you tell me that you have not received a royalty from any entity that you ever oversaw the distribution of money in research grants?
Well, first of all, let's talk about royalties.
That's the question. No, that's the question. Have you ever received a royalty payment from a company that you later oversaw money going to that company?
You know, I don't know as a fact, but I doubt it.
Well, here's the thing is, why don't you let us know? Why don't you reveal how much you've gotten and from what entities? The NIH refuses. Look, we ask them. The NIH, we ask them whether or not who got it and how much. They refuse to tell us. They sent it redacted. Here's what I want to know. It's not just about you. Everybody on the vaccine committee, have any of them ever received money from the people who make vaccines? Can you tell me that? Can you tell me if anybody on the vaccine approval committees ever received any money from people who make the vaccines?
Soundbite number one, are you going to let me answer a question? Okay, so let me give you some information. First of all, according to the regulations, people who receive royalties are not required to divulge them even on their financial statement.
Dr. Fauci, give us vaccines, help all the people who have been quarantined. We'll wear our masks and we'll have to stay distant. We'll wash our hands and we'll be more resistant.
It's the same guy. It's the same guy who also was complicit with these doctors who wrote to Lancet, the journal, and said, oh, it's a conspiracy theory to say that this came from the lab. I think this is the biggest cover-up in modern medicine. And when we get to the bottom of it, when we take over the Senate and we take over the House, we will investigate the origins of this because it's serious. There are labs around the world doing experiments on viruses that have 50% mortality, trying to make them more transmissible, trying to make them aerosolized, trying to make them more infectious. This is a death wish for humanity, and we must do something about it. And Dr. Fauci's at the very origins of this because he funded the research and then he denied it was gain of function. But I had a panel of 3 prominent scientists come to Congress about 3 weeks ago, and they acknowledged that this was gain of function, and it hasn't been honest, that Dr. Fauci has not been honest with the American people about it.
Unless you do your research on Twitter, you know that the American people have many, many questions about how Dr. Fauci, other public health officials, and our government handle the pandemic. And getting answers to those questions from Dr. Fauci and others has been like trying to slam a revolving door. Now, the Democrats are in charge. They refuse to press, but the Republicans will.
but she's had the flu for 14 days. Should she get a flu shot?
Well, no. If she got the flu for 14 days, she's as protected as anybody can be, because the best vaccination is to get infected yourself.
And
So
she should not get it?
if she really has the flu, she definitely doesn't need a flu vaccine. If she really has the flu,
She should not get it again.
no, she doesn't need it, because it's the most potent vaccination is getting infected yourself.
Fauci, yes, promises please. We'll have a cure that can fight off this disease. Restrictions will lift with some ease. Dr. Fauci, don't forget me.